Welcome back to Fleet Equipment on the Road. We are at ACT Expo with Westport, checking out an alternative fuel truck. But eagle-eyed viewers might notice that, hey, that's a diesel engine. If not for this piece, you'd be right. This makes it run on CNG, and we're going to find out how. This truck has a diesel tank and a diesel engine, and it uses the diesel combustion cycle. But Westport's high-pressure direct injection, or HPDI system, allows that engine to run primarily on natural gas.
This is the injector that makes it happen.
It is a diesel engine cycle, and that's what's the magic about this thing. It pulls into a service center and the diesel mechanics can walk up to it and it's just a diesel engine, but it's running on an alternative fuel.
The fuel story gets even more interesting once you look inside the cylinder.
With a natural gas engine, you need to have enough energy to light the natural gas because it burns at a much higher temperature than diesel. So you can do that with a spark plug, which is common, but what we do is use this injector, and if we want to do the close-up, you can see the little nib there, which is a mini diesel injector. So we inject just a few micrograms of diesel, enough to start the ignition, and then the larger fuel, the main fuel goes through these larger holes, so that'll be natural gas. So you literally get a little bit of a flame started, and then you blow the natural gas through it, and basically the combustion is exactly the same as what would happen in a diesel engine.
That little pilot injection of diesel starts the event. The main fuel is still natural gas. Dan said that changes the fuel mix pretty dramatically.
3-4% of the mix is diesel, the rest is natural gas.
Yeah. So that tank, that's a 50-gallon tank. You could have a smaller one. You're going to fill that up every 2.5, 3 weeks, depending on how you're running. But if your normal duty cycle, it would be 2 to 3 weeks. So it's not a huge inconvenience.
How does maintenance look different on this compared to a regular truck? Not the practice, but the maintenance cycles when you're going to be doing change.
Doesn't look different.
It's the same. It's a diesel engine.
Same oil change interval, same valve adjustments.
Same transmission and exhaust systems. You don't have to modify anything.
Westport is presenting its HPDI systems as a way to evolve the diesel platform rather than bother replacing everything around it.
That's a really important point. So if you look around this truck, what you're going to see is you can't tell it from a diesel. It is the same cooling system. It's the same transmission. It's the same after treatment. We don't change it. And what that does is it makes it easier for the OEM because they don't have to stock a bunch of different parts. They don't have to have a different manufacturing process. It doesn't take them a lot to application engineer this engine because they're not having a bunch of changes. So if they want to bring this out on a day cab or something else, the work's already done. The engine just fits in. And of course, and you have to figure out the pulling back to the back of cab system, but that's it. You're not changing axle ratios or that sort of stuff. So it's a minimal change.
Westport sees the North American opportunity coming from a few directions at once: fuel costs, fuel availability, and fleets looking for diesel alternatives without sacrificing diesel-like performance.
Well, the stars are aligning for us in the world in terms of needing energy security, stability in pricing, which natural gas is absolutely stable here in the U.S. We have lots of it. We have pipelines, so the infrastructure is in place. We've got a marketplace that wants alternative fuels because of the price of diesel, because of the volatility of it. We've got a market that wants an alternative, and this is the alternative. And we've been putting a few trucks on the road, and it runs well. 10,000 trucks on the road, and across 30 countries. It's really going well over there. It's time for it here.
Arthur's put the fuel cost comparison into pretty simple terms.
I can go 10 miles on $5 worth of diesel, or I can go 10 miles on $2 worth of natural gas.
The guys drove this down from Vancouver all the way on
Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, Canada. $280 of natural gas, that's it, to get it here. They spent more in fuel in the chase car than they did on this.
Now, to be fair, the truck was bobtailing on that drive to Las Vegas, so it's not a direct, fully loaded freight comparison. For the time being, there is at least one planning point that fleets must address, and that's fueling. This truck uses high-pressure natural gas, specifically 10,000 PSI. That means your fuel supplier has to be part of the conversation.
Then the fuel supplier is going to have to add a booster compressor, to take their fuel from 3,600 PSI to 10,000. Using existing hydrogen pumps, so that the pumps are nothing new. Hydrogen is at 10,000 psi already, so it's just you use one of their pumps, typically a small one in early days, and a dispenser, and that's what the fuel station operator is going to have to invest in.
And think about the history of the natural gas, what buses, city buses did, and refuse trucks. They went to massive percentages of the market very, very quickly. The same thing is going to happen in long-haul trucking.
Westport is currently working with Volvo on these HPDI systems, so if this kind of CNG setup fits your operation, the next step is to talk with your Volvo dealer and, of course, your fuel supplier. And if you want more equipment, technology, and fleet management coverage, subscribe to Fleet Equipment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.